Many of my poems have a story thread running through them. That's not to say that I think of them as narrative poems. I think that's a totally different category altogether. And I have written narrative poems, some of them quite long and some of them very long. But this isn't one of those. Also, when I was often working with children writing poetry, one of the techniques I tended to try and teach them and demonstrate to them was how to think in pictures, how to think in storyboards, as a way of working their ideas through to an end. And I think you'll probably spot that this poem emerged in my mind pretty well as a storyboard. It's a ghost poem. The Farmer's Cat. The house has lain empty for 300 years, haunted by the ghost of a cat, murdered, some say, by a farmer's wife after it brought her the remains of a rat. She ended her days in screaming fits, cursing the cat she had slain and buried in a hole behind a wall after sluicing the rat down a drain. Now, on nights when the air is stilled, you hear faint rustling behind the walls, stopping only when inquisitive rats enter the dusty, rubble-strewn halls. They scritch and scratch, squabble and fight, mouths agape, slathering with spite. They listen and leer when from behind one wall they hear a ghostly, whimpering mewling, pathetic, terrified and small. A shadowy shape amongst the pack stands silent as if guarding the farm, returning to nest in the bones of the wife who lies beneath the barn. And there she has lain for 300 years, tortured by the ghost of the rat, after being buried alive by the farmer who had loved his slaughtered cat.